Good morning, welcome everyone. Today we're going to make sourdough bread, special sourdough bread. This I've been making here for about the last 5 years in Gyan Sarovar, and we're going to start the process of mixing the starter and right through the whole process of the end result of sourdough bread. And this will take about probably 12 hours, 12 to 13 hours, and so welcome to the process. So this is the starter. So this is so every day I feed this starter with more flour and water, and so that'll be for today's bread. If you're going to make a starter from scratch from the start, means you're adding 1 part flour and 1 part water. You mix it up, and daily you do that process for, it can be up to 10 days to make that starter before it starts to ferment and is ready for part of your bread making. So every time I'm making the bread in the morning, I'll feed this starter with probably 1/4 of that volume with flour and water and mix it in, and you'll see the process. Then I'll sit this in warm water and it will speed up the process. So now we feed this with a flour. And now we have, this is a filtered Gyan Sarovar water in the old malt extract packs from Russia. And then we have our special mixing tool, and we slowly mix this back in. And because I'm doing this every day, the starter's very alive, so it's really beat it like a mix, you know. So that's good, that's a good mix. Put it in warm water. So for example, I use this one here, and I use the warm water, and that sits in the warm water probably 7, maybe 10:30. This will be pushing the lid off. It'll be, yeah. This is the starter, so this is what we fed this morning, and now it's, as you see, it's pushing the lid up, and then as you'll see here, that's the activated starter. Yeah, so now we're going to put 2 kilos of that in this. It goes like that, so you can get, yeah, okay, that's 2 kilos plus. So there's 3.5 containers of this water in here for the mix, and this is the starter, 2 kilos of starter. We put that in there. We just give that a mix around. Okay. G major. Now we're going to measure out the flour. And we're going to put about 4.1 kilos of wholemeal wheat flour in this. Sieved flour in here. Yep, that's the just over 4 kilos. And then we put this straight into this. Okay. Yeah, now we're going to put salt and some nice Russian malt in this bread. About 80 grams of Himalayan rock salt. two tablespoons of malt, just for taste. I sieve the rock salt, and we mix this in by hand. So once I've got this mixed up like this, about that sort of texture, now I'm going to put it into the, you see it's quite thick. So now we have the next step, and now we're putting the dough mix, which I've just temporarily mixed up by hand. We're going to put it in here for the food mixing. So now we've mixed this up for 8 minutes, and now we're going to just take this out of the mixer and put a top on it, and we'll wait for about probably at least 3 hours. This will sit in here before it starts to rise.
Yes, yes.
So now we put just a top on here to stop it drying out, and then we put it onto here, and that will stay there till about 3 hours.
So this is?
This process is called going to be the shaping of the dough and putting it in the rising trays. So this is a rising trays here. This is a 6-inch water pipe cut in half, and I've used this as a rising trays. Yeah. And now we're going to use oil, peanut oil. That's what I have, peanut oil. Yeah, this is peanut oil, and we're going to paint these trays, oil these trays. This is a pumpkin seeds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and this is sunflower seeds. And what we do here, we go there. This is flaxseed. Sesame seeds.
Sesame, yes.
Looking good. And last but not least, suji. Suji, which is semolina.
Yes.
Same thing, to cover the whole.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes.
So this is a very important part to cover all the surface area, because that becomes critical when it's the last step. Okay, that goes on top of there.
Extra, you remove.
Yeah.
Back.
Yes.
Yes.
And now we have this. Yeah. Going to make this 3.3 kilos. Divide it by 3.3. I've got 3.45, 3.35, 3.3. Yes. So because this is so wet, so hydrated, we're not going to try to get it there in one time, so I'll do it in pieces. So we're going to do it like this. Now this will sit under cover probably for 1.5 hours, 2 hours, and this will rise up to here, actually, to the edge of the tray. It will rise up to here, and when it gets up to there, I will start the oven. That'll be the next step. So that just keeps it sort of contained, and it will sit now for another 1.5 to 2 hours. Now the bread should be risen high enough to put in the oven. So here we go. Our nice Perusian cover. Yes, just in time. And here we have this step. Yes, ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's already heat. Yes, there.
Yeah, preheated.
Acha.
So that's our boiling water. Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the bread making session today. And now we're about to get the bread out of the oven, and this has been 11.5 hours since we started this. So we started 6:30 this morning, and this is the last step of the baking. So there we have 3 loaves. They're about 3 kilos each loaf. And this is best cut the next day, at least after about 10 or 12 hours for cooling. Thank you. I look forward to seeing your bread results.